So our next guest, our next artist before the intermission is Leann Gomez. She was a guest judge for the inaugural Uproot YYC Award, our Artist Recognition Award that we did in 2016. And tonight she is one of our featured artists. And the one thing I figured summarized Leann was this. Don't be fooled by her youth. Leann has a powerful message to share with us all. So please, let's give her a warm round of applause for Leann Gomez.
Hello. My name is Leann Gomez. I'm from the blood Chippewa-Cree and Tohono Nations. I started writing poetry around 3 to 4 years ago. I am 12 years old and in 6th grade. And this first piece I want to share is called Us Fighting Women. I wrote it for the Women's March, and it's about women's rights. To the future women, I hope in your world you're getting paid the same as the men. I hope you're not being given extra work or a harder time because you are a girl. I hope in your world you do not have to change your appearance to please everyone. Instead, you are loved, cared for, and successful because of all the amazing things you do. What makes you special is how you make people smile and feel, not what they see. I hope in your world you have so much confidence to change the world. You do not doubt yourself because you are a woman. You do not think twice, but just go for it. We all think twice, but we shouldn't do it because of the body and gender we came in. To the future woman, I hope in your world you are considered having fun, smiling, laughing on the smallest things in life. Like being with friends, riding on a roller coaster, or being with family. I hope that every time you look in the mirror, you see a strong, independent, loving, successful woman. I hope in your world you have the right to say everything that's on your mind. You have the right to be treated equally and given the same chance everyone else gets in life. I hope in your world you are free. Why do I want you to have such a beautiful world? Because today, we have to work twice as hard to make money for our families. We are spending billions of dollars just to change the shape of our bodies, noses, and faces, so that we are considered beautiful. Today is said we are not happy unless we have a man, and teenagers have to do certain things with boys to be happy. Today is said that girls cannot go long without their phones or makeup. They say we can't go 2 hours without taking a selfie or 30 minutes without a mirror. But today, we march, not for the things that happened to us, but for the women who before us had worse. The women who had to fight for the right to vote. The women had to show themselves that they are not just a maid or a servant. The women had to prove themselves worthy for respects and freedom. We have to look up to the woman we applaud, the greatest saying ever said. Today, we march on to stop these stereotypes. We march to show that we are not weak, but instead we are bulletproof. We march to say we are as beautiful as an angel when we have no cover on. We march to say that we have all the confidence we need to show you we can change the world. We march for the missing and murdered Indigenous women. We march for women being sexually assaulted. We aren't just a hashtag, but a human that shouldn't be treated as a sex object. We all hear your secret and we stand behind you. And we stand behind you, all that been treated this way. We march to say that we will keep on fighting until we get the respect we are asking for. I just hope your world is better compared to ours. Sincerely, the women who are still fighting. Thank you. This next poem I wrote it for the SAIYA Awards. It's called Time, and it's just about what Indigenous people have faced throughout the years. If I can get this page off. I don't like to think about the past, but it keeps on coming back. Back to when the residential schools were made and kids being sent away from their homes just to go to these abusive schools. I don't like to think about the past, because the past holds the memories to when we were relocated from our families for no good reason, not coming back home, not even for one season. I don't want to think about today. Today, our missing sisters and mothers are still out there, their memories twisting in the wind while we are dealing with a justice that is blind to them. And today, people are putting on our chief's headdress as a Halloween costume. It has to stop, but yet it doesn't, because people put on our culture and make fun of it, and I'm sick of it. I don't want to think about the future. Will this still go on? Will it become worse? Will we continue to have clean water to drink? Will they open up a new residential school? Will they actually stop racism? Will I be safe? I don't want to think about the future because I don't want to think about what the world could be. A world where I am less than, for a whole lifespan that is compared to a man. I don't want to think about the past, where the government gave us these lies, then later a little homeless girl with sad, cold eyes, while she has to fight for education while dealing with discrimination and coming a reclamation of who she is and who she wants to be. I don't want to think about the past, but when I look at me, I see Native youth across the country, a youth with the power to create and change a world where the government just talks about it while we create it. When I look at us, I see racism stopping. The beauty of all of us will bring down the people who don't want to understand who we are. When I look at us, I see our missing sisters and mothers coming home, where one day we'll no longer have to march in loss and sorrow, but in love and hope. When I look at us, I see the label of our race being taken off and our human race coming out. When I look at us, I see that time is up. When I look at us, I see the power of the drum calling us back into the circle. When I look at us, I see a dream that hasn't been dreamt. When I look at us, I see peace. Thank you. Okay, this last poem, it's the first poem I ever wrote. It's called Me. Most people have told me that it's powerful. I wrote it for the UN Day, and I hope you enjoy it. I cannot be free and equal. I do not have the rights no matter what race I am. I do not have the right to be safe. I will be a slave. I do not have the right to equal protection of the law. I do not have freedom of opinion or expression. I do not have the right to education. I do not have the right to take part in the government. I do not have the right to equal pay for equal work. And all of this is crap. My name is Leann Gomez. I am from the blood, Chippewa-Cree and Tohono O'odham nations. My parents are Pamela, Bibi, and Tito Gomez. I represent my grandparents, Judy Lopez, Bill Lopez, Elizabeth Big Hen, Veronica Scott, and Wesley Scott. And I will be a strong Aboriginal woman. I will be free and equal. I will have all rights no matter what race I am. I do have the right to be safe. I will not become a slave. I do have the right to be protected by the law. I do have the right of freedom of opinion and expression. I do have the right to education. I do have the right to take part in the government. I will have the right to equal pay for equal work. This is the Declaration of Me. Thank you.